That's me rocking out. Hi, huge movie fanatic Nate, taking a break from reviewing movies for the time being to review a newly released album review of Rancid's. I think it's called Honor Is All We Know, which of course is the most recent brand new Rancid record that just came out, having been like 5 years since the last release, which is quite a while now. Just by coincidence, I mean, I've been a fan of Rancid ever since 2000 when they released their what is now regarded, or what is now known as Rancid 2000, but it was kind of at the time, and even still now, like their second self-titled album, which of course, in my opinion, is just one of the best records of all time. Just, period. I think that Rancid 2000 is freaking amazing. Of course, I love everything, or pretty much everything they do. I just revisited, just by chance, a lot of their stuff this summer, this whole entire year, for the first time in many, many, many years. And Life Won't Wait has got so many great tracks on it, and so many. There's a couple. There's like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 tracks I kind of skip on that, but the good stuff on Life Won't Wait is fantastic. And for some reason, I never got their original self-titled, their very first album, which I got this spring. And I gotta say, for me, a lot of bands' first record, like Offspring, even Bad Religion, a lot of, in my opinion, bands' first records are not particularly that great. Like, I don't even necessarily, listen to the first Bad Religion or the first Offspring or the first, I don't really even listen to that stuff. It's kind of almost unlistenable for me. It's just, I guess it just doesn't sound enough like, whatever. So, but I gotta tell you that, the first Rancid record is really great. I mean, it's maybe one of their better ones. So this is actually the first year I actually, it's like the 20th anniversary of that first record, self-titled Rancid, which I just by coincidence got this spring, and that made me want to revisit their old stuff. Like Let's Go is fantastic. Their first one's fantastic. They got a little ska-ish with And Out Come the Wolves, but there's still great stuff on it. Life Won't Wait the good stuff on it is fantastic, and of course Rancid 2000 is fantastic. Indestructible is kind of cool, with some songs that I skip, like some of that ghetto gangster shit, like Blam Blam Blam, You're Done, or whatever. It's just like, I don't need to hear that shit. And then like Let the Dominoes Fall is kind of cool, with I think a track that's kind of like that I skip on that as well. But so I was just spending the summer revisiting all kinds of Rancid records today. spend the whole year revisiting Rancid. And it's just like, it occurred to me like halfway through the summer, I'm like, God damn it, when the hell are they going to put out a new record? And then I was like at Best Buy, and I saw their ad, and I was going through their ad, and it said Rancid, Honor Is All We Know, and it's just like, what? Because I visited the site a couple times this year, and there wasn't anything about it. So I was like, I didn't know if it was like I didn't know what the hell it was. So I was really pleased to find out that it was a new record. I went on an iPad in Best Buy store and researched it, and it's a new record, and it was like on sale for $8.99. I'm like, hell yeah. So god damn it, I talked a lot, and I haven't even started reviewing the record yet. So I'm here to review Rancid record, newly released within the last several weeks, called Honor Is All We Know. Being a punk rock fan for I don't know, since I guess late 1999. I've been a Rancid fan since 2000. And I'm going to review all the tracks here. So here we go. Yippee Skippy, Yippee Ki-Yay. Back Where I Belong is the opener. Great, fantastic opener. I'm going to give all these tracks, stars out of 4. So out of 4 stars for me, Back Where I Belong, the track is 3.5 stars. It's fantastic opener. After 5 years of, being gone, of Rancid of being gone, it's a great opener. It's a great track to get them back where they belong. Fantastic. Raise Your Fist. This, great message, but the song is doesn't really say a lot. It's just kind of like repetitive, and just like raise your fist against the power, the oppressive power that exists. Raise your fist. So I'm going to give that just 2 stars out of 4 for the song. I mean, it's cool, but it's not that great at the same time. And then we come to track 3, Collision Course, which for me is probably my favorite track out of this whole record. Freaking awesome, and it's just like you can't even understand what the hell Tim Armstrong is saying, and I had to go online to, because the CD doesn't come with lyrics, so I had to go online to find out what the hell he's saying. But it's just like fucking classic Rancid, classic, just like a classic, like not classic in the sense of like 70s or anything, but just classic in the sense of just classic Rancid, and just like the classic idea of, you know, kind of just feels so punk rock to me, and it's just like fuck yeah. So Collision Course has just got the greatest, you know, the whole thing is great. Not only the chorus, but the rest of the song. That is what's the rest of the song, non-chorus part called. Fucking great. And of course Tim Armstrong gets to sing the first half, and then they do the chorus, and then Lars gets to come in here, Fredrickson, and do the second bit. And then, you know, it's really just a fucking great song, great vibe, fucking fantastic. Probably the best on the record for me. 4 stars out of 4 for that song. Collision Course, fantastic. And then Evil's My Friend. I don't know what the hell those lyrics are supposed to mean. Evil's my friend again. Evil's my friend. It's just like, okay, what the fuck are you talking about? So I just put on the list here So. I think it's kind of a ska-ish song, which I'm not a big ska fan in particular, so I'm going to give that song, Evil's My Friend, 2 out of 2. What the hell kind of a song title is that? What are you, Tim? Are you some evil man? Honor Is All We Know, which is track whatever, must be 5 or something like that. I put great track. Just an all-around solid Rancid track. 3 stars out of 4 stars for that track. Honor Is All We Know, fantastic. It's a great track. A power inside, there's a power inside of every man alive. There's a power inside, there's a power inside, there's a power inside every man alive. So this track is called A Power Inside. Okay. Again, one of my problems with a lot of songs on this record is too much just kind of sloppy, lazy, just repeating of shit over and over. And this is one of these tracks where it's just like they keep repeating that shit. 2.5 stars for this track out of 4. A Power Inside. It's okay, but it's not the best thing in the world. In the Streets, I wrote down great sound. I can't remember anything about it. I just kind of listened to these just now and before I write them down on this list. Into the Streets, I put great sound, 3 out of 4 stars. I can't remember anything else about it. So we'll just say that. Face Up, I put good Rancid, no biggie here, 2.5 stars. I can't really remember these 2 songs, so that's what I put on the list. Already Dead, it says faster beat I like. I said no fan of God. Oh yeah, there's God and some kind of God and Satan line in the lyrics of this one. I said good overall. 2 3/4 stars out of 4 stars for this track, Already Dead. Diabolical, fucking fantastic. I love it. This is probably my second favorite track on this record. Classic Rancid, I wrote, love it. 3 3/4 stars out of 4 stars for this track, Diabolical. I can't remember exactly how it goes, but this is the one where it's like 2 men have an opinion, another man takes offense, or 1 man has an opinion, another man takes offense. Then they get into an argument. It's a diabolical dance. It's not, they get into an argument, but something like that. Malfunction, great. That's all I wrote. Tim and Lars switch back and forth singing, very cool. I put 4 out of 4 stars. That's all I put is great. It must be great if I put 4 stars. That's for Malfunction. Now We're Through With You. I put good sound and too repetitive. Again, they must just keep saying the same thing over and over. 2 stars out of 4. And now we kind of get, in my opinion, what is kind of into the, like, okay, now we're kind of getting lazy. Everybody's Suffering. This is the, must be the 13th track on the record. This is my least favorite. It sounds to me like this is a song that could have easily been conceived and executed while they were in the studio. Maybe they just were 2 songs short and they just decided to do these last 2 songs in the studio, and they just wrote them on the spot and just hammered them out. That's what it feels like to me. Everybody's Suffering. It just basically says the same thing over and over. For me, I wrote down worse on record, nothing but repeating like they wrote it in the studio. Here I wrote, and this most recent release from Rancid, the record finishes up with Grave Digger, which it's kind of got a nice sound. I wrote down so too much repeating lines. Yet again, it's kind of like Tim Armstrong just was like, grave digger, digging all the way down. Grave digger, digging all the way down. Grave digger, digging all the way down. And it's just like all the way down to the underground or whatever like that. I mean, it's it's not as bad as Everybody's Suffering, but I put, was it written in the studio? It just sounds like they made these two songs up in the studio and just whipped them out. So that's 2 stars for that song, Grave Digger, out of 4. I'm going to go with an overall album score of 2 3/4 stars out of 4 for the overall record of Rancid's Honor Is All We Know. To be honest, the CD, I took the CD out of my car to rip it so I could listen to MP3s of it in the house, and I never got it back for a while into the car, and their first record was in the car, and I'm like, well, I'll just put this in. And I don't think this is as good as their first record. So, I mean, it's definitely great to have some new Rancid, but I mean, for me, in my opinion, it's not even as good as their first record. It's great to have them back, and produced by, of course, what the hell's his name? Brett Gurewitz, the owner of Epitaph Records, and one of the members of Bad Religion. It's not amazing, but like I say, it's got a couple of kick-ass tracks on there that I really love, which are Collision Course and what's the other one? Malfunction. Got some great tracks on here, some mediocre stuff, but I'd say it's mostly strong. That's why it's almost 3 stars out of 4 for me. Check it out. It might be on YouTube. Epitaph a lot of times puts the songs out. I haven't looked up this one, but a lot of times they put, I'm sure someone uploaded the whole album on YouTube. So Honor Is All We Know by Rancid. Check it out. And that's me, a huge movie fanatic, breaking the rules and doing a music review, but it's my channel, so I can do whatever the hell I want. And the only person I get in trouble with is myself, and I never punish myself. So it's really not a problem. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and you can be sure to catch me on my next movie and or music review. Thanks for watching. Did I mention to you about my .1 radio? Words don't apply on my pushing off stereo. Trends supported by the Federal. The border people go from blasting all the reggae all the night. Oh, Jam 69 ropes, reggae on my table with the 45 record down. The turntable with the doors take kicking man to go away. With us on cover on, let the song begin. Sing it. We're on a mission. Got no remorse. 100 miles an hour. Collision course. Have a glow up the line on my radio dial. 4 better beats from the record file. I drop the needle, watch the credence up while I'm playing Batman at the record shop. Deep in the night, in the chaos storms, my rhythm gets driven by the beat of the drums. 45, 33 RPM. Hey, Mr. DJ, let us say, check it. We're on a mission.